What's up, guys? This is JOYSTXZ. My first video. I haven't done anything like this yet, so it's kind of exciting for me. I'm hoping you guys like my content. It's going to be the first of a lot. So please feel free to leave comments, tips, and things that you would like for me to do better. Whether it's quality of content, maybe we'd like a better backdrop. But I gotta say, Vader is freaking awesome. But anyway, kind of want to get started. I've got a couple of things I want to talk about today. Some things that are on my mind and kind of the reason I want to start doing this video. Obviously, they're all gaming related. But one of the first things that I want to know, and it's because right now I've played with my day one controller. I've got a couple different Xbox controllers, but I've had some trouble with them, so I'm due for a new controller right now anyway, because it's driving me crazy. My gun will not shoot sometimes in critical situations. So it brought me to the thing. I was like, well, do I want to spend the money on a newer controller that's probably going to shit out on me anyway, or should I save my money and take a chance and buy that $150 Elite controller with all the different modifications and stuff that you can do to it? I kind of want to get you guys' feedback on that. I mean, do you think that it's going to be worth $150? Because that's a lot of money. I mean, a lot of times I rag people and take it for what it is when they're like, oh, that's $20, that's $30 game. I mean, people put time into it. But a controller, on the other hand, is $150. That's more than some pretty good quality headsets, and I mean, that's a lot. I want to get your feel on it. I mean, especially like from a competitive gamer standpoint, I would kind of be curious to see what you guys thought about that. I mean, obviously with the buttons being under the stock of the controller on each handle, it's going to allow for some quicker button combinations and stuff like that. So I'm sure it can help. But I'd like to kind of see what you guys, how much do you think it's going to help? I guess that would be my thing. If it's going to help a lot, maybe it's worth it. And I kind of like to get your feedback. That controller, if I'm not mistaken, releases October 27th. So we've got a little over, just under 2 weeks before that controller comes out. So I can probably make do until then. Till the controller actually does come out, but kind of like to get some feedback on that. Alright, so on to another subject. I am curious as to what you guys feel about the new Destiny update and the microtransactions. The word microtransactions usually has this, it's got this stigma about it that a lot of people think it has like this negative connotation. But honestly, I don't care. I think where I would care is that if there's like significantly better content, or it's kind of one of those pay to win type systems, to where you're sitting here and you can keep buying, buy better weapons that you can get even in the raid, better than the weapons you get in the raid and whatnot. I would have a problem with that. But the kind of side note problem that I have with all these emotes and the whole silver, and they've already gotten quite a bit of money from us, for all of you that were like myself that bought all the DLC, the recycled kind of re-storyline DLC that we just keep getting the same places over and over and over. Nothing really that much more expansive other than like the Dreadnought on this most recent one. But the problem that I have is, like, the side note that I was talking about is, I feel like it's frustrating for me, and I know it is for others, that like we have these emotes and we're dedicating time and development on stuff like that. And I realize it didn't take them like 3 or 4 months to develop these emotes, but I mean, the Carl Ness funny, the slow clap funny, I guess. But if we're gonna slow clap, I wish I could just clap for content. I feel like I keep getting them like recycled stuff over and over. And yes, they have done things to make it better. And I know a lot of the fanboys are going to probably harass me over this. And I was a fanboy. That's the thing. I was a fanboy. I was like absolutely super fanatic about the game. I got a lot of other people to play the game. I tried to convince a lot of my buddies to get it. So we could play it together, and everybody loved it at first, but we quickly found out that the content just couldn't keep up, especially for like your hardcore gamers. And I feel like that's the problem I keep seeing with Destiny, is that there are the people that do play more than just like a couple days a week. There are the gamers out there like myself that play pretty much every day. We're going to run through that content. It's not, if you set it too hard to where it's just insanely difficult, people are going to get tired of that too, because it's not going to be that rewarding. It's going to seem more of a huge job / task just to get through a simple mission. However, you make it too easy, we're going to breeze right through it. So I think what the solution really comes down to is let's make more content. And I know that we make like hard modes, and that's cool and whatnot, but hey, let's make the raid hard anyway. In the beginning, let's make it hard anyway. It's a little bit more prestigious when you get through there and you're like, yeah, I beat the raid. But when you beat the raid, what's left? Like, what's next? Other than like maxing out armor, other than like getting the best weapons, the content is not there. And I realize it's not a World of Warcraft or Final Fantasy 14, but at the same time, I feel like we've been given this in a roundabout promise of like, hey, this game's got a lot of content. It's this, it's that. I mean, you expect this amazing open world type game. And honestly, I thought that's what it was in the beginning. But I quickly found out that the content just couldn't keep up. So microtransactions, it's not so much about the microtransactions. As like I said, as long as it's not a pay to win, I could care less. But I would like for every bit of attention, every bit of developer attention being strictly put towards making more content. For the love of God, please make more content. The game has the potential to be amazing. If you could take a game like that and make it even half as big as, say, like World of Warcraft, the servers couldn't handle how many people would want to be playing that game. So kind of want to get your guys' feedback. I mean, I don't feel as I'm the only one that feels that way. Microtransactions, no big deal. But we need content too. Speaking of microtransactions, it brought me to this. Some of you may know this, some of you that follow me, but I got the privilege of playing the Fable Legends closed beta. My God, that's a good game. I cannot freaking wait till this game comes out. It's something that's refreshing too. I feel like they've kind of really changed it up a lot. I know part of like my whole agreement with them is I can't talk too much about the game. But trust me, you can go on YouTube and pretty much find everything that everybody had bigger balls than me to leak the content. I'm not doing it. It's not worth it to me. Not to mention, like, when I was playing the game, they had like my gamer tag shadowed in like everywhere. So if I had streamed it or taken any pictures, there was no denying the fact that I was going to get caught. But I did get to play this game, and guys, I gotta tell you, it's awesome. I mean, it really is just a badass game. It's so different, and it's got so many different concepts from other games that it's, to me, I can't wait. It has, I've never really played like League of Legends, but from what I've seen and what I've actually tried to like research myself, I guess, the game is really cool because you're working together and you can do it against somebody, like another team. I don't know the details if that's going to be something that you can do in Fable Legends, but imagine Fable Legends is like a third person, like Gears of War, except it's like Elder Scrolls Online or Skyrim with the swords and everything. Except it's totally third person. It's got kind of more of the, very, very vibrant colors, more, I guess you would say, like World of Warcraft type colors, except the graphics are phenomenal. Um, but it's got like a Gears of War horde type feel where you're going against the enemy. But one of the coolest things, also has like this evolve feel to where the fifth player in the room is the villain, and they can like actually live put minions and like obstacles in front of you, like on right on the spot, which is awesome. And it takes a lot of teamwork, and so I can really see kind of like how Mario Maker is. There's like these certain worlds that people have created, and they're just so freaking hard. Well, I'm sure that there's going to be like the villains, the guys out there that are going to be the villains that are just going to be so good, and even the best teams of four are going to have like a really, really hard time beating them. All that being said, like you have different characters, different heroes, if you will, to where they have, maybe they're an archer, or maybe they're more close quarters combat, or a tank, or even a healer. So you have those, but one of the coolest part is going back to Destiny. You have a weapons and different tiers of gear that you can get the same way that you can with Destiny. The coolest part is that it's a lot more than that. You have different articles that you can put on. I've seen, so it was blanked out. I couldn't really see it that much. Couldn't go into depth. But there was things like such as like rings and other like accessories that you can use that's going to help you. But of course, your normal main armor and your weapons. But in Destiny, you got like uncommon, common, rare, legendary, and exotic. This one, I can't tell you. I honestly can't remember, but essentially it was the common, uncommon, rare. There was like a legendary, and then there's like a master, and either way, there was like, I believe, like eight or nine different. Maybe, and I'm sorry if I'm wrong, but I believe it was like 8 or 9 different like tiers of gear. And if I'm wrong, you please leave it in the comments correct so anybody can see. But that's awesome. And so you continuously get better. You continuously improve and improve and improve. And see, that's a game that you can keep playing towards. Like, it's obviously but they're not promising like this crazy, massive open world. And I think that's the thing. I guess expectations got me with Destiny. If you can tell them a little bit better after that much DLC purchase, I can't really get over it. But anyway, back to Fable Legends. Super good game. Really looking forward to it. And one of the biggest things I can tell you is that everything I have seen, it is going to be free to play. Guys, that's freaking huge. This game could be like the next League of Legends, honestly. To see the quality, the graphics, the mechanics of the game, and how in-depth you can get with your characters, your heroes. The sky's really the limit. Of course, there's going to be the microtransactions and that, and trust me, there's a couple things that from what I've seen right off the rip, different heroes that I could purchase and stuff, much like League of Legends. Like I'm going to. I'm not going to say I'm going to buy them all at one time, but I definitely see myself making quite a few microtransactions with that game. But free to play, I mean, guys, that's fantastic, and that's something that I feel like is going to go a really, really, really long way. Period, with everybody. So, I guess what I would like to think is that a game that kind of even sparks your interest? Is it something that you could see yourself playing? Because I know I'm going to be on it, like hardcore going to be on it. Unfortunately, I guess for some of you guys, it is going to be Xbox Live and Windows 10 exclusive. But I gotta say, even though even if I didn't have an Xbox, if I was just strictly PlayStation or strictly Nintendo, and maybe I'm giving it too much hype, I'm hoping I don't get let down, but from what I was able to play, this is a game that I would undoubtedly, I would buy a system for. It's one of those system buyer games, like how some people might like when a new Mario or maybe whatever kind of game it is, it's exclusive to a system that you've always wanted to play. Like, it's one of those games where I could say, I could definitely see you buying an Xbox, or purchasing Windows 10 or a new computer just to play this game. Like it's that good. So anyway, that kind of concludes my 3 main topics today. If you have any questions for me or anything, any comments, please leave them below. Guys, as I'm new to this, so please be gentle on me, please. Like it if you liked it. If you disliked it, you can just not dislike it. That would be cool too. But if you did like it and you want to see more to come, please hit the subscribe button. I promise you the content will only get better. I generally get better with all my videos. I try to enhance every single time, try to make it a little bit better for you and for me. Like I said, any questions, comments, whatever, please leave them below. And I'm also on Facebook. I am on Instagram, and I am on Twitch as well. And you guys can look me up there. I do stream quite a bit during the week too, and I would love to see you guys. And if you're in there, please, don't hesitate to say hello in the chat room. Anyway, my name is JOYSTXZ. I hope you enjoyed it today, and guys, I look forward to seeing you on the next video. Y'all have a good day.